The next artist needs very little introduction to you all. It's our wonderful pianist from Venezuela, and I'm very proud to welcome Gabriela Montero.
My first contact with the piano really was when I was 7 months old, and from that moment onwards I started to pick out on the piano by ear all the different melodies that my mom sang to me at night. By the time I was 3, I was making up little pieces. And my parents noticed that I was doing that, and I was also making up melodies myself. The way of playing with the piano was to sit down and just, with an empty mind, just improvising, and it was just absolutely natural. It's always been with me ever since I can remember. Most of the improvisations were done in minor keys. The beauty of the minor keys, the darkness, the I don't know, melancholic kind of color in it. In an instant, I find, or my subconscious, or whatever guides me, finds the other language that melody is most suited for. Somehow the melody takes me wherever it has to go.
Okay, Rose, could you just pick up exactly the same point?
As with Bach and beyond, it was absolutely the same procedure. I walked in, my wonderful producer, David Groves, was there waiting with a list of, famous Baroque pieces, and among them, some of Handel, some of Scarlatti, Vivaldi. So, basically we just said, okay, this one, this tune, this theme, blah, 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 and then I would sit down and improvise on it.
Fantastic. Oh, that was really great. Really Come and listen to it. Really fantastic.
Baroque music, in a certain way, it's very pure, but at the same time, there's a content there that is very, hidden in a way. Decadence. There was this real sexiness. In this day and age, unfortunately, classical musicians don't seem to improvise anymore, and if there are any out there besides me who do it, we don't know about them. I think everyone so far has been afraid to show this kind of spontaneous creativity in the classical world. In the end, it's the most classical of gifts, because this is what Bach and Beethoven and Mozart and Chopin and Liszt used to do. And so what I'm doing is combining my classical career with my improvisations that are also classical and sometimes not, but the root is classical. of course, that was the beginning of musical times in the classics. You know, now a lot of things have happened since then. You know, we've been submitted to a lot of different influences, including jazz and including blues and soul, and you know, and so many musical languages. And I guess I'm kind of like a sponge, and I kind of, you know, integrate a lot of these different languages in my improvisations. The thing is that it's so much fun, and that it can be so humorous, and the fact that people will, you know, sing a melody of, you know, let's say, I don't know, a Bach partita to me, and I play it back and then I improvise on it, to see how music can be transformed into many different languages. And it's not a gimmick, it's not a party trick. I think people have understood that because they've been shown with time that I'm a very serious artist, you know. But I'm just immersed in a different kind of, I don't know, I like to say that playing the classics is, that's like my serious side. And the other side is my playground, the improvisation. Now I'm going to ask one of you to sing a theme to me so that I can improvise on it. Anything goes, it doesn't matter. Okay, all right, here we go. The great thing for me is not only what's happening as far as me being able to play in more and more of the great concert halls and with great orchestras and in great festivals, but being able to reach out to people, to the public, as it happens, you know, when I do this, and the response of the public with me, you know, on that stage is just incredible. You know, to have 2,500 people, 3,000 people, sometimes more, singing to me one theme to improvise on. I mean, this is a communion. This is something that lives and I don't know, the spirits, and it's everyone joins together. It really is about the music, you know. It's been fantastic, and it just keeps kind of growing, and the interest in improvisation and what I'm doing has really been overwhelming, and it's been a surprise in a way. I've learned that, and this has come from the public as well, telling me that what I do is spiritually very important to them. And it's maybe a spiritual service in a way.
Gabriela says that having this gift is like having a 24-hour radio in her head. And you can understand why.